Well, it's good to be home, and I must say the Hi-Fi Club feels just like home, too. Yeah, in North Africa especially, that's where all the excitement was. And we were there during I guess you could say, revolution between the French and the Algerians. Yes, and Sidi Belabès is the Foreign Legion's headquarters, and during our stay there, they'd always have at least three people that went with us. And outside of this particular hotel, there were American servicemen, and as well as some of their own were living there. And so we'd go always walking the halls all night and outside the windows, and heavy place. The picture, Rock Around the Clock, was, I think, solely responsible for them knowing who we were. And they sort of selected those two tunes, Only You and The Great Pretender, from those pictures. And they began to play those, and they liked the that Tony does and Only You. Yes, we did our latest album in Paris, and the one which Smoke Gets in Your Eyes came from. We've done this in Paris with 60-some-odd musicians. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, bless you. Our tour is already set for 1916. It's already signed. Well, this time we'll do a lot of the Scandinavian countries, as well as a lot of Germany, and we'll go back to Israel, and this time we'll do 8 weeks at the Olympia Theater in Paris, and we'll do more film work in Italy, because they were asking as if we were getting ready to come home. Well, you can keep us home. It just so happens that you have to make hay while the sun is shining. Greece, well, at this particular place that we sang, you know, for the under the auspices of the Queen and all the dignitaries thereof, but it was a club, and there were very few teenagers there. But the record shop that we went to sign the autographs and records, that was about, well, I guess, 10,000 to about 10,000, 5,000 or 10,000 kids and cops every place. The same the world over. In fact, I think the teenagers abroad believe more or less what they see in the movies about how they should act, I guess, when artists come, you know, to a theater or to their country, because they got a habit of pulling, and they will pull, and they will collect souvenirs and take handkerchiefs and all this and all that, and they will riot in a minute, you know. Whereas here, the teenagers will get a little wild, but they usually let you walk in peace, and they don't usually do all that. It's just the other way around. It's kind of tough for four guys traveling around the river. It doesn't seem like it bothers her any, you know, and it doesn't bother us really. We have a ball. She's gotten accustomed to traveling now, and she just like one in the gang, you know. No, 8. We had got our 8th gold record for Christmas. Well, it was before he took over. In fact, about a couple of months before he was even mentioned. So everything was all turned upside down. Then, you know, they were blowing up bridges, and the terrorists were doing everything they could, you know. Well, the first few days of all of that was until the people there, the fans, were so nice to us and everything, you know, that we didn't have time. Actually, we didn't think about being afraid, you know. The kids and the people who came to see us were so warm and friendly that we heard about this going on, but it didn't affect us at all. So I couldn't say I was really afraid. Oh, well, there it was strictly the grown-ups mostly. There were a lot of children, of course, but majority of those audiences were full-grown. They really were. Oh, yes. They have their own, in their own languages and everything, you know. Well, no, they're a little serious, like, in a sense. Some get off, you know, every now and then with a few of their jokes, but they're pretty serious, the disc jockeys there. They usually try to let you know they're talking about a certain object or a certain product, and they really are sincere in what they're saying, you know. Well, no, I don't know about all that. Originally, he's from Roselle, New Jersey. He's from St. Louis. He's originally from New Orleans. Originally Kansas City. Angeles, Los Angeles. It all happened in Los Angeles, really. Well, at this time, I just recently returned from the service, and I had learned how to carry a tune sometimes while singing in the choir there. I used to see David quite often, and Robbie and I went to school in California because, you know, he was raised there along with myself. And Zola being Robbie's sister and being part of the gang, like, you know, we were all sort of friends. No, we had nothing. We were just four fellas that, you know, actually just trying to sing like some record we heard, you know. Then Tony's sister, Linda Hayes, said that she was going to be managed by Buck Ram, a famous songwriter, and asked Tony to come to meet him. So Tony did, and he in turn told Buck about us. So from the first day we met Buck until this day, he took us over and began to train us coaches, write special material for us, and tell us what we could do and what we couldn't do, whether we liked it or not. And as a result of all of that, you can see what happens today. Well, no. We usually try and always know how to get together with a rehearsal prior, you know, to recording things, but it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. And then, too, we had a system now where we learn on the spot, we record on the spot. Because sometimes you think of pretty good ideas, you know, and the tune itself is, you know, you think of something right here on the spot, and then you record on the spot. I want to thank you for, you know, having me down. And if I hear where, you know, the Hi-Fi Club is meeting again, I'd like to drop in again. That's if you'll have me. Have you got our new one yet? Yes, we do. It's called Remember When.